My beloved child, I have been watching you. I have seen the way you have been carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, and I have heard every whispered plea you have uttered in the dark. You think you are alone in those moments when the house grows quiet and the shadows seem to press in, but I am there. I have always been there. I am the breath in your lungs and the steady beat of your heart, even when your heart is heavy with worry. I see the tears you wipe away before anyone else can notice, and I know the exact number of nights you have spent staring at the ceiling, wondering how the pieces of your life will ever fit back together. Today, I am coming to you with a promise that is as ancient as the stars and as fresh as the morning dew. Something amazing is about to happen in your house within the next 12 hours. You do not need to struggle anymore, for I am stepping into the center of your circumstances to do what only I can do. I know the anxieties that keep you awake, the fear of not having enough, the dread of the unknown, and the exhaustion of trying to be strong for everyone else. I see the stack of bills that brings a knot to your stomach, and the physical pain in your body that you have almost grown used to. But listen to my voice. I am the God of the breakthrough, and the season of your lack is coming to an abrupt end. Within the next 12 hours, a supernatural shift will occur under your roof. It may start as a sudden peace that passes all understanding, a warmth that fills your living room, or a phone call that changes your trajectory forever. I am moving the hearts of people you haven't even met yet to favor you. I am opening doors that have been rusted shut for years. You have felt like you were in a waiting room, forgotten by time, but I am telling you that your name is being spoken in the courts of heaven right now. Your unique ID 41347 is written on the palms of my hands. You are not a number to me, but a precious masterpiece. Do you feel the shift? It is the sound of chains breaking. It is the sound of the enemy's lies being silenced by the roar of my love. You have worried about your children, your future, and your worth, but I am the Father who restores all things. I am going to heal the fractured relationships in your home. I am going to replace the spirit of heaviness with a garment of praise. I want you to walk through your hallways tonight and realize that the ground you are standing on is holy. I am saturating every room with my presence. The loneliness that has been your constant companion is being evicted, for I am moving in with a joy that no circumstance can take away. Do not look at the clock with dread, but with anticipation. Each ticking second is bringing you closer to the manifestation of my grace. I am your provider, and I own the cattle on 1,000 hills. Do you truly think I would leave you to wither? No, my child. I am preparing a table for you in the presence of your fears. I am pouring out an oil of gladness that will overflow your cup. You have been faithful in the little, and now I am entrusting you with much. This is not a coincidence that you are hearing this message right now. It is a divine appointment. I am calling you back to a place of rest. You have tried to solve everything with your own strength, but your strength has run dry. Good. For in your weakness, my power is made perfect. Let go of the steering wheel and let me lead. I am navigating you through the storm into a harbor of abundance. Believe that I am who I say I am. Believe that I am capable of doing exceedingly and abundantly above all you could ask or think. In the next 12 hours, watch how I turn your mourning into dancing. Watch how I take the very thing that tried to break you and use it as a stepping stone for your greatest victory. You are loved with an everlasting love, a love that does not depend on your performance or your perfection. I love you because I am love and you are mine. Prepare your heart, clear away the clutter of doubt, and make room for the miracle. The atmosphere in your home is changing right now. The air is getting lighter. The darkness is trembling because the light of the world has stepped into your kitchen, your bedroom, and your workspace. Rest now, my beloved, and wake up to the dawn of your restoration. I am with you always. Can you feel the shift in the floorboards beneath your feet? Even the wood and the stone of your dwelling recognize the footsteps of the Creator. You have walked these hallways in circles, pacing with a heart heavy like lead, wondering if the walls would eventually close in. But I tell you, I am expanding your borders. I am stretching the curtains of your habitation. Look at that stack of mail you have been afraid to open. Look at the ledger of your worries. I am breathing my spirit upon those numbers, and where there was lack, there shall be a surplus that defies your logic. I am touching the hearts of those you thought were your enemies, turning their hands to favor you. I am moving people you have never met to speak your name in rooms where decisions are made. Within these next 12 hours, a knock will come, or a notification will chime, or a sudden realization will wash over you like a cooling rain, and you will know that it was me. I see the worn-out shoes by the door, the ones that have carried you through seasons of trial. I am giving you new shoes for a new path. I see the garden you stopped tending because you lost the heart to see things grow. I am raining upon your dry ground. You have mourned the what-ifs and the could-have-beens, but I am the God of the now. I am not limited by your history or the mistakes of your ancestors. The generational weight that has felt like a ceiling over your head is shattering. I am opening the windows of heaven, and I am not just giving you a drop. I am giving you a deluge of my goodness. In your bedroom, where you have wept into your pillow when the world was asleep, I have gathered every tear. Not one was lost. I am turning those tears into the very seeds of your harvest. Can you imagine a joy so deep that it makes you forget the years of sorrow? That is what I am bringing into your house. It is not coming from a distance. It is already at the threshold. Think of the person you have been longing to hear from, the one whose silence has been a thorn in your side. I am softening the hard ground of their heart. I am breaking the chains of pride that have kept them away. Watch how the phone vibrates with a message of reconciliation. Watch how the email you gave up on finally arrives with news that exceeds your expectations. You have felt like a guest in your own life, watching others succeed while you remained in the shadows. But the shadows are fleeing. The light is not just around you. It is within you, and it is filling every room. Your workspace, which has felt like a place of drudgery and toil, is being transformed into an altar of my presence. I am giving you ideas that will flourish, strategies that will succeed, and favor that will open doors no man can shut. You have worried about the health of your body, the nagging pains, and the exhaustion that sleep cannot fix. I am the great physician, and I am walking through your rooms right now, laying my hands upon your brow, your heart, and your limbs. I am restoring the years the locusts have eaten. I am renewing your youth like the eagles. You will run and not grow weary. You will walk and not faint. Within these 12 hours, your physical being will feel a lightness you haven't known since childhood. This is the hour of your visitation. Do not let sleep rob you of the peace that is settling over your home like a soft blanket. Even in your dreams, I will speak to you. I will give you visions of the future I have prepared for you, a future of hope, not of harm. You have looked at your bank account and seen a desert, but I see an oasis. You have looked at your broken relationships and seen a graveyard, but I see a resurrection. I am the God who calls things that are not as though they were. I am calling life into your living room. I am calling peace into your kitchen. I am calling plenty into your pantry. I am calling love into your marriage and your family. I am removing the spirit of heaviness and giving you a garment of praise. You will find yourself humming a song you haven't sung in years. You will find your breath coming easier. You will find that the mountain that looked insurmountable yesterday is now a molehill beneath my feet. I see the drawer in your kitchen filled with things you've kept just in case. The broken strings, the old keys to doors that no longer exist. Those keys represent the old cycles, but I am handing you a new key today. It is a key to a treasure house you didn't even know was yours. I see the medicine cabinet and the labels of the things you've relied on to dull the pain or find a moment of sleep. I am becoming your medicine. I am your healing balm. I see the chair where you sit and stare out the window, watching the neighbors and wondering if they have it easier than you. Stop comparing your middle to someone else's end. Your story is unique, and your reward is being prepared by my own hands. I see the closet where you hide your deepest insecurities, the things you think make you unlovable. I am shining my light even there, and I am telling you that you are beautiful, you are chosen, and you are enough. There is no part of this house, and no part of your heart, that is off limits to me. I am moving the furniture of your soul, making room for a greater capacity to receive. You have been living in a small room, but I am taking you into a mansion of possibilities. Every shadow that has lurked in the corners of your mind is being chased out by the brilliance of my presence. This is not a temporary visit. I am moving in. I am making my home with you. By the time the clock strikes the 12th hour from this moment, you will feel the physical manifestation of my word. It might be a phone call that changes your career path. It might be a check in the mail that covers exactly what you needed, plus more for your neighbor. It might be a sudden disappearance of a pain that has plagued your body for years, or it might be a peace so profound that you realize the circumstances no longer have power over you. Whatever it is, it will be unmistakably me. Do not hurry the clock. Do not pace the floor in anxiety. Simply be. Be in this moment. Be in my love. The atmosphere is thick with my favor. The angels are already stationed at your doors and windows. Nothing can enter that I have not permitted, and everything I have promised is on its way. You are surrounded. You are protected. You are about to be amazed. Notice the way the light is hitting your kitchen table right now. That table has seen the weight of your head resting on your folded arms more times than you can count. It has held the cold coffee of long nights and the scattered papers of a life trying to make sense of itself. I have sat there with you, invisible but present, watching as you circled dates on the calendar with a trembling hand. But I am telling you, that same table is about to become an altar of thanksgiving. The very place where you calculated your lack is where you will count your blessings. I am rearranging the molecular structure of your expectations. You have been bracing for impact, waiting for the other shoe to drop, but I am teaching you how to lean back into the cushions of my grace. Feel the air in the room right now. It is shifting. It is becoming lighter, stripped of the density of your anxieties. You might think you are just sitting in a chair, but you are actually sitting in the center of a cosmic intersection where my will meets your need. Look at the walls of your hallway. They have echoed with the whispers of your what-ifs and if-onlys. I am repainting those walls with the colors of I am and it is done. I am scrubbing away the stains of past failures that you thought were permanent. You are not a tenant in a house of sorrow anymore. You are the heir to a kingdom of light. Within these 12 hours, the quietness of your home will be broken by a sound of celebration. It might start as a small stir in your spirit, a hum in your heart that you can't quite explain, or a sudden urge to open a window you haven't touched in years. Do it. Let the fresh air of my spirit rush in. I am clearing out the stagnant energy of not enough. I am replacing it with the overflow of more than enough. Think of the closet where you keep the things you're ashamed of, the old habits, the reminders of who you used to be. I am placing a lock on that door and giving you a new key. You don't live there anymore. Your identity is no longer tied to the dust of your history. Your identity is tied to the fire of my promise. I see the phone on your nightstand. You've been watching it, waiting for a text that never comes, for an apology that hasn't arrived, or for news that could save you. I am the one who controls the frequencies. I am the one who prompts the hearts of people you haven't spoken to in years. When that screen lights up, know that it was my finger that touched their mind. I am the great coordinator. I am working behind the scenes of your life with a precision that would baffle your understanding. You see the obstacle, I see the opportunity. You see the dead end, I see the new beginning. As the sun moves across the sky, or as the stars take their positions, realize that they are moving in obedience to the same voice that is speaking to you now. If I can hold the galaxies in their tracks, can I not hold your life together? Can I not provide the resource you need before the deadline hits? I am not a God of too late. I am the God of just in time. Even now, as you read these words, a messenger is being dispatched with your name on a scroll. The path is being cleared. Every mountain of debt is being leveled. Every valley of depression is being filled. I want you to walk through your rooms and see them differently. See the bed where you have tossed and turned as a place of divine rest. See the mirror where you have criticized your reflection as a glass showing the image of my glory. I am healing the way you see yourself. When you look in that mirror in the next 12 hours, you won't see the tired eyes of a wanderer. You will see the radiant face of the beloved. There is a specific miracle attached to your front door. It has been standing there, waiting for the appointed time. The lock is turning. The hinges are being oiled by my favor. Do you feel that? That sudden warmth in your chest? That is the evidence of my proximity. I am not far away in some distant heaven. I am right here, brushing against your shoulder, breathing life into your tired lungs. I am the God of the breakthrough, and your house is the laboratory of my grace. I am testing the limits of your joy. I am pushing back the boundaries of your peace. You have prayed for a change, and I am the change. You have asked for a sign, and you are becoming the sign. Stay in this posture of quiet confidence. The world is noisy, but my voice is a still, small whisper that carries the weight of eternity. Let the ticking of the clock be a rhythmic reminder that I am closer than I was a second ago. 12 hours. It is a fraction of a day, but it is an eternity in the hands of the Almighty. I am compressing time. I am accelerating the harvest of the seeds you sowed in tears years ago. You thought they were lost, buried in the mud of disappointment, but I have been watering them in secret. They are breaking through the soil of your reality right now. By the time the moon sets or the sun rises, you will be holding the fruit in your hands. Do not ask how. Do not ask when. Just say yes. Say yes to the impossible. Say yes to the overwhelming goodness I am pouring out. Your house is no longer just a building. It is a sanctuary. It is a place of refuge. It is the ground zero of a miracle that will cause your neighbors to wonder. I am doing this so that you will know, once and for all, that I am yours and you are mine. The shadows are fleeing. The light is winning, and the 12 hours have already begun. Walk through your hallway right now and feel the air change. Can you sense the shift in the atmosphere? It is as if the very molecules of your home are aligning themselves with the frequency of my will. You have walked these floorboards for years, some days with a spring in your step, and others with a heaviness that threatened to crack the wood beneath you. I have counted every footprint. I have heard the echo of every sigh you exhaled into the silence of your kitchen while the coffee brewed. Even now, as the countdown continues, I am moving behind the scenes of your daily life. I am in the digital pulses of the emails you haven't received yet. I am in the thoughts of the person who holds the key to your next door. I am adjusting the heartbeats of those who have forgotten the promises they made to you. Look at your hands. They have worked hard. They have wiped away tears when no one was watching. They have held on to hope when it felt like a frayed rope. Within these 12 hours, those hands will be lifted in a different kind of surrender, not the surrender of defeat, but the surrender of awe. I am reaching into the closets of your mind where you have stored your someday dreams, and I am bringing them into the now. You have treated your house like a cage at times, a place where you were hidden from the world's opportunities, but I am turning it into a staging ground. Your living room is becoming a throne room. Your bedroom is becoming a place of divine instruction. Do you remember the night you sat on the edge of your bed, head in hands, wondering if I had forgotten your name. I was there, leaning in close, whispering secrets to your spirit that you were too tired to hear then. But those secrets are blooming now. They are the seeds of the suddenly that is about to manifest. There is a specific burden you've been carrying regarding a financial knot that feels impossible to untie. You've looked at the numbers until they blurred, trying to find a math that works. But I am the creator of the universe. I do not need your math to make a way. I am moving the pen of a stranger. I am opening a ledger that was closed against you. Within these hours, that knot will not just be loosened, it will be dissolved. Think of the person whose name you haven't dared to speak in prayer lately because the pain of their absence or their rebellion was too sharp. I am hovering over them. While you are sitting in your chair, I am walking through the corridors of their heart. I am softening the stone. I am whispering your name into their conscience. The reconciliation you stopped hoping for is being prepared like a feast in the wilderness. You don't have to chase it. You don't have to orchestrate the perfect words. When the phone rings, or the knock comes, or the message appears, it will be my signature written in the timing. Your physical body is also part of this house, the temple of my spirit. I see the places where weariness has turned into chronic ache. I see the way you protect your heart from more disappointment. I am breathing into your bone marrow right now. I am refreshing the cells that have been depleted by stress. You will feel a lightness in your chest, a lifting of the phantom weight that has made your shoulders round forward. This is not just a physical restoration, it is a spiritual upgrade. You are being prepared to carry the weight of the blessing, for even joy requires a strength that I must provide. Listen to the silence. It is no longer empty. It is pregnant with the sound of my movement. Angels are stationed at your four corners. They are not just standing guard, they are busy. They are clearing the debris of the past season. They are sweeping out the cobwebs of old failures and the dust of what-ifs. They are making room for the new furniture of your destiny. You might feel a sudden urge to clean, to organize, or to simply sit still and breathe deeply. Follow that nudge. It is the rhythmic coordination of my spirit with yours. The world thinks miracles are loud, like thunder. But most of my greatest works begin in the quietude of a Tuesday afternoon or the stillness of a midnight watch. I am working in the mundane. I am in the grocery list, the laundry pile, and the unpaid bill. I am hallowing the ordinary. You have lived in the not yet for so long that you have forgotten what the arrival feels like. Let me reteach you. Let me remind you that I am a God who finishes what he starts. I did not bring you this far to leave you in the hallway of transition. The next 12 hours are a bridge. On one side is the person you were, the one who hoped but feared, the one who prayed but doubted. On the other side is the person you are becoming, the one who knows, with a certainty that defies logic, that they are favored. Every minute that passes is a layer of the old skin peeling away. You are being renewed in the hidden places. When you look at the clock, do not see it as a reminder of time running out. See it as a countdown to a collision, the collision of my sovereignty with your necessity. I love to surprise my children. I love to exceed the expectations of those who have been disappointed by the world. I am taking the very thing that the enemy used to try and break you, and I am turning it into the cornerstone of your new testimony. People will ask you, how did this happen? And you will only be able to point toward heaven with a smile. Stay in the peace. Do not let anxiety knock on the door of your heart. If it does, tell it that the house is already occupied by a king. There is no room for fear in a place where a miracle is being birthed. I am wrapping my arms around your home, shielding it from the noise of the storm outside. Inside these walls, there is a different climate. There is a different economy. You are in the world, but your house is currently operating under the laws of my kingdom. Expect the unusual. Anticipate the extraordinary. The clock is ticking, and with every beat of your heart, the manifestation draws closer to the surface of your life. Do not grow weary in these final hours of waiting. The wait is the womb of the miracle. Take a moment to look at your hands. They have worked hard, they have wiped away tears in the dark, and they have been clenched in frustration when the world seemed to turn its back on you. Open them now. Just for a second, rest them palms up on your lap. This is the posture of the next 12 hours. You are moving out of the season of striving and into the season of receiving. For too long, you have been the one carrying the weight of the world, trying to figure out the mathematics of a miracle that only I can perform. I am telling you to let go of the calculator. Let go of the logic that says your situation is permanent. Within these 12 hours, I am rearranging the molecules of your destiny inside the very rooms where you have felt the most stuck. I am walking through your hallway right now. I am touching the door frames of your children's rooms, placing a seal of protection and a spirit of awakening over their lives. That situation that has kept you awake at night, staring at the ceiling and counting your mistakes, I am resolving it while you are still trying to find the words to ask. There is a shift in the atmosphere of your kitchen. It will no longer be a place of just enough, but a place where the abundance of my kingdom begins to manifest. I see that stack of papers on your counter, the ones that represent debt or legal struggle or a future that looks uncertain. I am breathing on those papers. I am changing the minds of those who hold the pens of decision. Before the sun sets or the moon finishes its vigil, you will see a sign that the tide has turned. This is not a generic blessing. This is a targeted intervention. I know the exact amount you need. I know the exact name of the person who needs to call you. I know the exact feeling of the pain in your body that has become a constant, unwelcome guest. I am evicting that pain. I am replacing the spirit of heaviness with a garment of praise that fits you perfectly. Do you feel that slight warmth in the center of your chest? That is my presence, anchoring you. The world outside may be chaotic, but your home is being cordoned off for a sacred event. You have been in a long, dry winter of the soul, but the ground is thawing. The seeds of prayers you planted 10 years ago, prayers you forgot you even prayed, are finally breaking through the soil of your reality. They are blooming all at once because the time for your suddenly has arrived. Within these next 12 hours, pay attention to the small things. A sudden thought, a random memory that brings a smile, a notification that seems out of the blue. These are the precursors to the seismic shift I am bringing. I am restoring the years that the locusts have eaten. I am not just giving you what you lost. I am giving you the interest on the time you spent waiting. I am working on the hearts of your family members who have been distant. I am softening the hardness that pride has built up over decades. You don't have to win the argument. I have already won the war for your family's peace. Imagine the walls of your home absorbing the light of my glory. Every corner that once held shadows of loneliness is being flooded. I am the God of the breakthrough, and I have chosen your house as the headquarters for my next wonder. You might wonder, why me? And the answer is simple, because you stayed. You stayed when it was hard. You hoped when it was hopeless. You kept a flickering candle of faith in the middle of a hurricane. And now, the hurricane has passed, and I am rewarding your persistence. As the clock ticks toward the 12th hour, do not watch it with dread. Watch it with the excitement of a child on the eve of a great celebration. I am setting a table for you in the presence of your enemies, those enemies of lack, sickness, and depression. They will have to watch as I pour the oil of joy over your head until it runs down your robes. Your cup is not just going to be full, it is going to run over, and the overflow will bless everyone who steps across your threshold. This miracle is not just for your comfort. It is for my glory to show the world that I am a God who keeps his promises. I am fine-tuning your hearing so you can sense my whispers over the noise of the news and the chatter of the crowd. Stay in this stillness. The atmosphere is heavy because the breakthrough is close. It is like the moments before a summer rain. The air is thick, the birds are quiet, and the world is waiting for the first drop to break the tension. That first drop is about to fall on your life, and it will be followed by a downpour that will wash away the dust of your past. Do not look back. The person you were yesterday cannot inhabit the miracle I am bringing today. You are being expanded. Your capacity for joy is being stretched. Your ability to lead is being sharpened. Even the furniture in your house feels different because the King is walking through the rooms, preparing a place for a new level of my spirit to dwell. You are not alone. You never were. But in these 12 hours, the veil is becoming so thin that you will almost be able to see the shimmer of the angels I have stationed at your front and back doors. They are not just guarding you. They are delivering the packages of provision that have been in transit. The delay was not a denial. It was a strategic pause to ensure that when the blessing arrived, you would have the wisdom to manage it. That wisdom is now yours. That peace is now your foundation. Listen to the silence. It is pregnant with the sound of my voice saying, "It is time." The silence is no longer an empty void. It is a reservoir of my power, waiting for the command to overflow. As you stand at the threshold of this hour, understand that I am not just visiting your house. I am making it a sanctuary. Those walls that have absorbed your sighs and your silent pleas are now vibrating with a new frequency. I am moving through your hallway, touching the photographs of the people you love, the ones you have carried in prayer until your knees were weary. I see the name you whisper in the dark, the child who has wandered, the parent whose health is fading, the friend who has turned away. Within these 12 hours, a shift is occurring in their spirits as much as in yours. I am the God of the household, the one who brings entire families into the ark of my protection. The tension you feel in your chest is not anxiety. It is the gear turn of the supernatural. Look at your kitchen table, the place where the bills have sat like giants, mocking your peace. I am breathing on those numbers. I am releasing a creative flow of provision that you did not see coming. It will not be a mere trickle to get you through the week, but a systematic dismantling of the spirit of lack that has tried to claim your lineage. You will see a resolution to a conflict that seemed eternal. A phone call, an email, a letter that has been stuck in the system of the world is being released by the authority of the heavens. My angels are even now standing over the people who hold the pens and the keys, nudging their hearts toward favor on your behalf. They cannot explain why they are thinking of you, but they are. They feel a sudden urge to settle the matter, to extend the hand, to offer the opportunity. This is the suddenly that you have read about in the ancient scrolls, now manifesting in your zip code, on your street, behind your front door. Do not be surprised if the atmosphere in your bedroom feels lighter when you walk in. I have cleared out the clouds of heavy sleep and the shadows of nightmares. Your rest will no longer be a struggle for escape, but an encounter with my peace. I am healing the very rhythm of your heart. For many years, you have lived in a state of high alert, waiting for the other shoe to drop, waiting for the bad news to break the silence. I am breaking that cycle of trauma today. The air you breathe in your living room is being purified. I am removing the residue of old arguments and the lingering scent of disappointment. I want you to walk through your home and speak my name. As you do, you will feel the ground underneath you stabilize. It is no longer sinking sand. I am reinforcing your foundations. Think of the dream you tucked away in a drawer years ago, the one you decided was too big for a person like you. I am pulling that drawer open. I am dusting off the vision. The reason it has not died is because I was the one who birthed it. It was simply waiting for this specific alignment, for this precise 12-hour window where the world's chaos provides the perfect backdrop for my order. You have been refined in the fire, and now you are coming out as gold, not for the sake of the fire, but for the sake of the crown. I am placing a mantle of authority on your shoulders. You will find that your words have more weight. When you speak peace to your children, they will feel it. When you speak health over your body, it will respond. Even the physical ailments that have been nagging at you, the dull ache in your joints, the heaviness in your head, the exhaustion that sleep would not touch, I am touching those areas now. I am the great physician, and my clinic is open in your very room. Feel the warmth of my presence on your skin. It is the oil of gladness. It is meant to soften the hard places where life has made you brittle. I am making you pliable again so that I can fill you to the brim. The downpour is starting. It is not a storm to fear. It is a rain to dance in. You have stayed faithful in the drought. Now you will be fruitful in the rain. Every seed of kindness you've sown, every dollar you gave when you had little, every hour you spent listening to another's pain while yours was screaming, those seeds have not rotted. They have been germinating in the secret place of my providence. The harvest is breaking through the soil of your circumstances simultaneously. You will look to the left and see a blessing. You will look to the right and see a breakthrough. This is the double for your trouble season. I am restoring the years the locusts have eaten. I am not just giving you back what was lost. I am giving it back with interest, with wisdom, and with a joy that cannot be stolen because it was not manufactured by the world. It was forged in the secret place of your endurance. Stay in this posture of expectation. Keep your ears tuned to the frequency of my grace. The next 12 hours are not just another half-day. They are a bridge between the not yet and the here it is. You are crossing over. The waters are parting. Don't look at the height of the waves. Look at the dry path I have cleared just for you. Your feet will not slip. Your heart will not fail. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning of your hope and the end of your fear. And I am telling you, look up. The sky is changing. The light is hitting your windows differently. Can you hear it? It is the sound of the locks clicking open. It is the sound of my love arriving in ways you can touch and see and feel. You are my beloved, and this is your moment of visitation. Every shadow that tried to linger in the corners of your mind is being chased out by the brilliance of my light. I am setting a table for you in the presence of your enemies, but the enemies will not even be able to watch. They will be blinded by the radiance of my favor upon you. You are moving from a place of survival to a place of significance. Do not rush these hours. Savor the anticipation. The air is thick with the miraculous, and you are the guest of honor. Walk through the rooms of your dwelling right now, even if only in your mind, and see them through my eyes. This space, which has seen your silent battles and your heaviest midnights, is being recalibrated. I am walking with you through the hallway where you paced while waiting for news that never arrived. I am standing with you in the kitchen where you leaned against the counter, overwhelmed by the weight of bills and the silence of unanswered questions. Every square inch of your home has been a witness to your endurance, and now it shall be a witness to my intervention. The atmosphere is thickening with a glory you cannot yet describe, but you can certainly feel it, a subtle hum in the air, a lightness in your chest that you haven't felt in seasons. I am scrubbing away the residue of old arguments, the lingering scent of disappointment, and the dust of stagnation that settled when you thought your path had hit a dead end. In the coming 12 hours, I am releasing a frequency of peace that will settle into the very foundations of your house. It is a peace that does not just calm the storm, but commands the storm to cease. I have heard the sighs you didn't even realize you were breathing. I have seen the way you held your breath when the phone rang, fearing more bad news. I am telling you now, breathe. Let the air fill your lungs with the oxygen of my promise. The phone will ring, but the voice on the other end will carry the melody of a breakthrough. The mail will arrive, but the contents will be a reversal of what you feared. Even the way the sun sets tonight and the moon rises will feel like a cosmic alignment designed for your benefit. I am dealing with the intricate details of your life, the legal matters that seemed stuck, the physical ailments that have stolen your energy, and the fractured relationships that have left a hollow ache in your soul. I am the master architect, and I am currently rearranging the furniture of your destiny. You might think you are simply waiting for a clock to tick, but I am orchestrating a symphony behind the scenes. There are people you haven't spoken to in years who are suddenly thinking of you. I am placing your name on their hearts. There are doors in high places that have been bolted shut against you, but my hand is on the handle, and the bolt is sliding back. This is not a generic blessing. This is a tailored, specific, and intimate response to the cries you thought were lost in the wind. I remember the night you sat on the edge of your bed and asked if I was even there. I remember the way your heart felt like it was breaking under the pressure of trying to be strong for everyone else while you felt so weak inside. I am coming to you now not just as a king, but as a father, a comforter, and a friend. I am bringing a healing that goes deeper than the surface. In these 12 hours, I am going into the cellar of your memories and clearing out the shame that has kept you from walking with your head held high. I am going into the attic of your dreams and blowing the dust off the visions you tucked away because they seemed too impossible to believe in anymore. You are not a spectator in this miracle. You are the epicenter of it. Do you feel the warmth in your hands? That is my power resting upon you. Do you feel the sudden clarity in your thoughts? That is my wisdom dismantling the confusion the enemy tried to weave. You have been in a long winter, a season where the ground was hard and nothing seemed to grow despite your constant planting. But the frost is melting. The soil of your life is softening. Within this half-day window, the first sprouts of a harvest you didn't even think was possible will begin to break through. I am doing a quick work. I am accelerating the timeline. What usually takes years to resolve, I am settling in a single afternoon. What usually requires a mountain of paperwork, I am finalizing with a single word. You have tried to solve these problems with your own strength, and you have exhausted yourself in the process. Now, stand still. See the salvation I am bringing. This is my gift to you, not because you earned it, but because you are mine. I delight in your well-being. I take pleasure in your joy. As the shadows lengthen and the evening approaches, do not let the darkness intimidate you. The night is simply the canvas upon which I will paint the most beautiful dawn of your life. Your house is no longer a place of hiding. It is becoming a tabernacle of my presence. Every time you cross a threshold from one room to another, whisper, "Thank you," for you are walking on ground that I have sanctified. The financial breakthrough is navigating its way to your door. The emotional restoration is mending the invisible tears in your spirit. The physical strength you thought was gone forever is being renewed like the eagle S. You will look back on this specific 12-hour period as the moment everything changed. You will remember the exact spot where you were standing when the shift became undeniable. I'm not just changing your circumstances. I am changing you within them, so that when the blessing arrives, you have the capacity to carry it without fear. Your heart is being enlarged to hold the magnitude of what I am pouring out. Keep your eyes open. Pay attention to the coincidences that are actually divine appointments. Listen for the whispers that provide the answers you've been seeking. I am in the room with you. I am in the silence. I am in the anticipation. You are the beloved of the Most High, and your period of being overlooked is officially over. The world may have passed you by, but the Creator of the world has stopped at your door. I am knocking, not to ask for entrance, for I am already there, but to signal that the feast is ready. The table is set. The oil is being poured over your head until it runs down your robes. This is the hour of your visitation, and it is more beautiful than you ever imagined. The air in your hallway is thickening with the fragrance of heaven. You might think it is just the scent of your home, but it is the incense of your prayers being answered. I am walking through your living room right now. I am looking at the photographs on your mantle, those faces you carry in your heart with such heavy concern. I am touching each one of them. That child who has wandered, I am drawing them back with cords of love that cannot be broken. That spouse who seems distant, I am softening the soil of their heart. Within these next 12 hours, a phone call will come, or perhaps a message, or a simple realization that shifts the entire trajectory of your family's legacy. Think of the quietest corner of your house, the place where you go to hide when the world is too loud. I have met you there before, even when you didn't feel me. Now, I am saturating that corner with a peace that surpasses understanding. You will find yourself sitting there, and suddenly the solution to the problem that has kept you awake for 3 years will appear with crystalline clarity. It wasn't that the answer was missing, it was that the noise of your anxiety was too loud to hear it. But now I am hushing the storm. I am silencing the accuser. Look at your hands. They have worked hard. They have folded clothes, typed emails, held crying children, and gripped the steering wheel in frustration. I am anointing those hands. Whatever you touch in this 12-hour window will begin to thrive. If you touch your checkbook, know that I am the God of more than enough. If you touch the doorframe of your home, know that I am placing a seal of protection that no darkness can penetrate. I see the medicine cabinet and the bottles that represent your battle with health. I am the great physician, and I am moving through your bloodstream, repairing what is broken and restoring what has been stolen by time and stress. You will feel a warmth, a gentle heat, starting at the crown of your head and moving to the soles of your feet. This is not a coincidence. This is the electricity of my resurrection power. In the kitchen, where you have prepared meals with a heavy heart, I am bringing a new joy. The very table where you have sat and wondered how you would make ends meet is becoming an altar of abundance. I am sending ravens to your window, so to speak, unexpected sources of income, rebates you forgot about, debts being canceled by people who don't even know why they are doing it. I am the one moving their hearts. As the sun shifts in the sky over the next half-day, watch the shadows. Even as they move, they cannot hide the light I am bringing. You have felt like you were in a perpetual winter, where the trees were bare and the ground was frozen. But I tell you, the spring has arrived in your hallway. The buds are forming on the branches of your hope. Pay attention to the random thoughts that cross your mind. I am speaking through the rhythm of your day. The song on the radio that hits exactly the right note, the neighbor who stops to say exactly what you needed to hear. These are not accidents. They are my fingerprints on your reality. Your house is no longer just a building. It is a portal. The boundary between the natural and the supernatural is thinning. You will feel a sudden urge to praise, a sudden desire to sing a song you haven't thought of in years. Give in to it. That song is a key that unlocks a door you've been banging on for a decade. I am also dealing with the secret things. The shame you've hidden in the back of the closet, the regrets that you've buried under the rug. I am bringing them into the light, not to condemn you, but to dissolve them. You cannot carry that weight into this next season. You need to be light. You need to be free. I am scrubbing the stains from your conscience until you are whiter than snow. You have been asking, "How long, Lord?" And I am answering now. Not in a year, not in a month, but in the time it takes for the earth to rotate just a little further. By the time the moon takes its place or the sun reaches its zenith, you will have seen the first fruits of this harvest. This is the beginning of a cycle of blessing that will not end. It is a compounding grace. Prepare your heart for the suddenlies. Suddenly, the pain will lift. Suddenly, the provision will manifest. Suddenly, the direction will be clear. I am the God of the sudden breakthrough, and I have chosen your address as the site of my next wonder. Keep your spirit sensitive. Don't let the distractions of the world rob you of this window of time. Put away the screens, silence the unnecessary chatter, and just be with me. I am weaving together the loose threads of your life. The disappointments of your 20s, the struggles of your 30s, the fears of your present, they are all being integrated into a tapestry of triumph. Nothing has been wasted. Every tear was collected in my bottle, and now I am pouring those tears back out as the rain that will grow your garden. You are standing on the edge of a miracle. The atmosphere in your bedroom is changing as you sleep or as you rest. Your dreams will be filled with instruction. I am bypassing your logical mind to speak directly to your spirit, giving you the blueprints for the future I have prepared for you. When you wake, or when you rise from your chair, you will feel a lightness in your bones. That is the weight of glory replacing the weight of worry. Stay in this posture of expectancy. The next 12 hours are a sacred corridor. Walk through it with your head held high, for you are the child of the King, and the King is in the house. Every step you take on your carpet or your hardwood is a step deeper into my favor. I am even attending to the small things. The flickering light bulb you haven't had the energy to change, the creak in the floorboard. Let them remind you that I am in the details. I am the architect of your peace and the builder of your future. Your home is being saturated with a holy confidence that will not be shaken by the news of the world. You are becoming a beacon, and your neighbors will soon look at your house and wonder why the light seems different there. They will see the glow of my favor upon your dwelling place. Do not be afraid of the magnitude. I have prepared you for this. The trials you endured were the training ground for the authority you are about to walk in. The very things that tried to break you are now the foundation of your strength. In this window of time, I am closing the doors that led to dead ends and opening the floodgates of heaven. There is no lock I cannot turn, no wall I cannot breathe through. Listen. Can you hear the sound of the wind beginning to pick up? It is the wind of my spirit blowing through your rooms, clearing out the old, stagnant air of despair. Take a deep breath. Breathe in the newness. Breathe in the hope. Your transformation is not just coming, it has already begun to manifest. As the wind of my spirit fills your hallways, notice the shifting of the atmosphere even around your dining table. That table has seen tears. It has seen the heavy leaning of your elbows as you buried your face in your hands, wondering how the ends would ever meet. But I am hovering over that very spot right now. Within these next 12 hours, the weight that has sat in the center of your home like an uninvited guest is being evicted. I am replacing the spirit of heaviness with a garment of praise that is so light, so luminous, it will feel as though the very gravity in your living room has changed. Look at the chair where you usually sit to fret over the mail. I am placing an invisible seal of protection over your finances. Those envelopes that used to bring a tightening to your chest will soon become testimonies of my providence. I am moving the hearts of people you haven't spoken to in years. I am stirring the pens of those who hold the keys to your advancement. You have felt like a forgotten seed in the dark earth, but the soil of your current struggle is exactly where I have chosen to bring forth a bloom that will defy the season. Walk into your kitchen and touch the surfaces. I am sanctifying the mundane. The water you drink will carry a new vitality, for I am the fountain of life, and I am flowing through the pipes of your dwelling. I see the pile of laundry that feels like a monument to your exhaustion. I see the dishes that represent the never-ending cycle of your labor. I tell you, even in these small things, I am releasing a grace that makes the work feel like a dance. Within this 12-hour window, a phone call is being prepared, a notification is being scripted in the heavens, and an alignment is taking place in the physical realm that mirrors the decree I have already spoken in the spirit. Your house is no longer a place of hiding. It is becoming a tabernacle of my glory. Do you feel the warmth beginning to rise in the corners of the rooms that felt cold and lonely? That is my presence, hollowing out the shadows of your past. I am going back into the memories that haunt these walls, the arguments that left scars, the silence that felt like a desert. I am walking through your hallway, touching every doorframe, and I am rewriting the history of this house. Where there was discord, I am weaving a tapestry of harmony. Where there was lack, I am planting the seeds of an overflow so great you will have to give it away just to make room for more. Think of the thing you have stopped praying for because the disappointment was too sharp to carry. I am picking up that abandoned prayer right now. I am dusting it off and breathing my life into it. Before the sun completes its next arc, you will see the first green shoot of that promise breaking through the hard ground. This is not a vague hope. It is a divine appointment. I am the God of the 11th hour, the God of the sudden turnaround. I am watching the clock not to see if I will make it, but to savor the moment of your surprise. I want you to go to your window and look out at the horizon. The sky you see is the same sky that bowed at my birth, and the earth you stand on is the footstool of my throne. Nothing is too hard for me, and nothing in your life is too small for my attention. I am even looking at the digital spaces of your home, the screens that have brought you anxiety, the messages that have caused you doubt. I am filtering the intake of your soul. I am setting a guard over your heart so that you can receive the amazing thing without the interference of fear. You have spent so long bracing for the worst that your muscles have forgotten how to relax into my love. I am teaching you a new posture. Lean back. Let the cushions of your sofa feel like the everlasting arms. I am moving through your bedroom, smoothing out the sheets of your restlessness. Tonight, or in these coming hours of transition, your sleep will be a sanctuary. I am going to speak to you in the deep quiet. I am going to show you the blueprints for the next season, and you will wake up with a clarity that silences every "what if" the enemy has ever whispered. Your house is being recalibrated to the frequency of heaven. The very air molecules are vibrating with the anticipation of my goodness. There is a specific breakthrough regarding a family member, someone you have carried as a heavy burden in your secret heart, that is being untangled in the invisible realms right now. The knot is loosening. The hardness of heart is melting. You will see a softening in their voice, a shift in their eyes, because when I move into a house, I move into the lineage as well. You are the portal through which my blessing is entering your entire family tree. Do not try to figure out the how. The how is my business. Your business is the yes. Your business is the expectancy. I am even attending to the dreams you haven't dared to tell anyone, the ones that feel too big for your current zip code or your current bank account. I am expanding the borders of your influence while you are still inside these walls. This house is the womb of your destiny. Something is being birthed in the next 12 hours that has been in gestation for years. The labor has been long, the contractions of life have been painful, but the joy that is coming will make the pain a distant memory. I am standing at your front door, and I am not just knocking. I am standing as the gatekeeper. Nothing enters that I do not permit, and nothing leaves that I have ordained to stay. Peace is your new address. Provision is your new neighbor. Favor is the roof over your head. As the minutes tick by, do not count them with anxiety, but count them with the heartbeat of a child waiting for a father to return home with a gift. I am already there, and I am already moving.